The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another awesome day here at RM Hive, and you're tuning in to Reader's Magnet featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and today's guest writes for the person who never expected a simple message to change everything until it did. So her work explores the very real challenges relationships face in the digital age, where DMs, blurred boundaries, and online secrecy can quietly impact trust and connection. Through her honest, practical, and compassionate writing, she helps couples and individuals find the language for difficult conversations, tools to protect their relationships, and hope for healing. She is the author of the Love in the Times of Like series, created to help people navigate love and trust in a world shaped by social media. Please help me welcome this very beautiful featured author today, Lynne Coles. Hi, Lynne. Thank you for joining us here today. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you
Hello.
so much. How are you?
I'm actually really good. So I'm very excited about this. The title is really amazing. Love in the Times of Likes. And I believe this is going to be featured in the LA Times Festival of Books in Reader's Magnet's booth. So how do you feel about that?
I'm super stoked, actually. I'm kind of nervous because this is a different platform for me, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. This is a new chapter in my life, so I'm pretty jazzed about it.
Yes. So can you tell us about this book? What is this book about?
This book is about how social media, especially the direct message component, has
Mhm.
changed relationships in a way that most of us weren't prepared for.
Mhm.
Shows how that starts to turn into emotional intimacy and
Mm.
secrecy and ultimately betrayal. It's not
Mhm.
about scaring people, but it's about
True.
awareness, prevention, and healing. Helping couples and individuals recognize patterns early enough to set some healthy boundaries and protect what they built.
Yes. You know what? This book is actually really relevant today, because a lot of people are already, dealing with social media and every day. There are billions of people actually are on the internet, and some of the jobs are actually on the internet and finding love there. So I just want to ask, what or who inspired you to write this book?
I was really inspired by it, came about with
Mm-hmm.
friends and family and close associates actually
Mm-hmm.
going through this situation. I kept hearing the same theme to the stories, how
Mm-hmm.
somebody found a message or saw something on their computer, and the
Mm-hmm.
other person is like, well, it wasn't physical, so it doesn't count. But the pain is real. The
Mm-hmm.
distrust is real, and it's damaging. But people
Mm-hmm.
don't really have the language for it,
Mm-hmm.
or they feel embarrassed to talk about it. So I wanted to create something that was compassionate, non-judgmental. Say that three times
Mm-hmm.
fast. And practical. Something that helps people feel seen and give them a
Yeah.
way forward.
True, true, true. A lot of people will also need this, the motivation, having inspiration, because some people will also say like, "What you wait? You found the person on social media," which also scares the other. And I love how you actually have this goal of, removing the fear in that and being practical, especially nowadays that we have just actually survived the pandemic and we are going into this world as well. So I love how you actually
Yeah,
um, frame this. Yeah, you want to say something?
thank
Yeah.
you. It starts. I mean, it just starts so easy. With you mentioned the pandemic, and
Mhm.
that was the mode of conversation. That was the mode of relationships. You look up an old girlfriend or an old work
Mhm.
buddy, and then it just turns to something completely different. And nobody
True.
plans to cheat,
True.
but through just the secrecy and things like that, it becomes something else. It becomes harmful.
Yes. So, what do you think your readers will take away after reading your book?
What I want them to take away from the book is three things. I'd like them
Mm-hmm.
to have clarity,
Mm-hmm.
because DM affairs usually follow a predictable stages.
Mm-hmm.
It follows a predictable pattern. And
Mm-hmm.
once you understand the pattern, then you can stop blaming yourself for missing it. Or, saying you felt something, but you weren't quite
Mm-hmm.
sure. So you just kind of sweep it under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
So this will give you some clarity. And then
Mm-hmm.
tools, it's giving you actual conversational scripts. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
no conversation when you're dealing with a live person is going to follow the script verbatim, but it gives you
Mm-hmm.
some verbiage and just some different avenues to use. And it also gives you warning signs and boundaries to look for that actually work in real life. And then
True.
lastly, I'd like to give them hope,
Mm-hmm.
because you're in the position right now or you're feeling something kind of wonky in your relationship, or even after all of it's blown up and you're
Mm-hmm.
in the healing phase, this is just letting you know that you're not powerless.
Mm-hmm.
You can rebuild. Healing isn't quick, but it is
True.
possible. And just to give them that hope that if you just keep working at it, if you um, follow some of the tools that are in the book,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of helps you to build, rebuild relational for.
Mm-hmm. You know what I love about this book of how you talked about it, what I love about it is that it actually gives real, real advice, real inspiration, and a lot of people will actually love to have this book. So are you planning to make a sequel for this book?
Funny you should ask, Rayvon. I just finished but I just finished volume 2. It
Nice.
was actually designed as a 3-part series. The first
Mm-hmm.
is understanding why it happens and how it happens. And then the
Mm-hmm.
second volume moves into protection and prevention,
Mm-hmm.
and how to set like your digital boundaries and without
Mm-hmm.
making yourself or your relationship a police state,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. Because boundaries aren't meant as control, they're
Mm-hmm.
meant as a protective shield. It kind of helps you to protect and guard your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the workbook component, which is you read
Mm-hmm.
it in volume 1. Volume 2 will give you some exercises, and then volume 3 is
Uh-huh.
actually the workbook. So it all
I
kind of
love
works in
that.
together. So you can read it, do it, read it, do it, read it, do it.
I actually love how there's a workbook for this because we have to apply what we've learned from the first two books, and definitely if people will actually offer all you guys out there who are like me, a hopeless romantic person who wants to try these new things because young people
Right,
actually find love.
that part.
Yes, we need that. So, sometimes I already
Yeah.
what we talked about, I've already had, the I already assumed that this is a very different book from the others because this is so fit for for the younger people as well. And I just want to ask you for all our viewers out there as well. So, what differentiates your book from other books in the same genre or category?
Haha. So this book actually talks about how the world we're living in now.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, most of the books were dealing with infidelity in general. This book
Mm.
is more specific to the social media aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
and how things can just change in a matter of moments, and all from a cell phone. It's also non-judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't feel like somebody's coming down on you or not hearing you. It's giving you,
Mm-hmm.
um, let's see, it doesn't, it actually puts a name to
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. You know, you can see something and it's like, well, how do I address that? How do I talk about
Mm-hmm.
it? Or how do I bring up the subject? This actually gives you tools to broach the conversation. And with the tools, the checklist, and the scripts, and the
Mm-hmm.
boundary agreements, it gives you a way forward, and it gives you kind of a step-by-step framework. Because
Mm-hmm.
people don't, when people are in pain, they don't need a bunch of fluff. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
give me something that's going to help me get through my pain, or give me something to do. So it's not just
Mm-hmm.
read it and oh, my heart is broken. Yes, this book is nice, but what am I going to do about it?
Mm-hmm.
So this gives you a
Nice.
little different aspect.
True. True. And I'm so excited about this book. So once again, guys, if you're going to be in, the LA Times Festival of Books at the University of Southern California this April 18 and 19, go check out Readers Magnet's booth. Love in the Times of Likes by Lynne Coles will be there. So if you are like me who are into these types of books, go ahead and check her book out. That's going to be in April 18 and 19 at the LA Times Festival of Books in Readers Magnet's booth. So right now, Lynn, I want to give the spotlight to you. Tell us where we can find your book and tell us if you have other projects or other books that you want to promote.
Thank you. So, as Ravan said, I am going to be there in person. I'm returning home. I'm actually brought up in Los Angeles. So, I'm going to be at the LA Times Festival of Books. Super excited about it, super stoked. So, if you're in around about, come out to the booth, come and check me out, come say hi. And yeah, so the book is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and I have my own books shop, which is Books by, and I think it is, wait a minute, I wrote it down. Times of Likes Bookshop. So if you guys want
Yeah.
to pick it up, you can pick it up there. Volume 2 is going to be released very soon, and the workbook will accompany it. So I look forward to shaking hands and meeting and greeting a lot of you.
Nice. I really love that you are going to go there
Is
as
that enough?
well. So you guys go ahead and check out. You meet Lynn there at the LA Times Festival of Books at the Readers Magnet booth. Once again, her book is available. The book is called Love in the Times of Likes, and here's the cover. Again, it's called Love in the Times of Likes, available on
Yes.
Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and her bookshop as well. That's Times of Likes bookshop. So please get your copy now. And Lynn, it has been an awesome time with you. Thank you for joining us here today. And of course, guys, please don't forget her book, her chapter 2 is
Thank
coming
you.
up with the workbook. So go ahead and check her out. Lynn, thank you so much for joining us here today. I am enjoying this. I had a good time with you. All right. So
Thank
guys,
you,
let's open
Ravon.
the
Thank you so much. And I look forward to meeting all of you.
yes. So guys, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, you storyteller. This is your host, Revan, and as we say it here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye for now. Stay awesome.